Hey guys, let's start. Okay. Okay, guys, give me a second. Where is my Zoom? Okay, I think we have 275. We'll wait for 2 more minutes, guys. Okay, we'll use at least 500. But guys, don't do. Okay, anyone has any questions? Okay, I can take that. You can type it in the chat. Okay. No. You guys have to raise down your hands. Vivo, Venkatesh Babu, Lakshit. So let me start recording also. How do I start recording? Okay, what is happening? Okay, 1 second. I'm okay, we have only 300 participants. Okay, guys, let's start. Okay, let me start now. So, last time what we have done is, on Friday we have seen something called classes and objects. Then we have seen how to create multiple classes, multiple objects of that. And okay, then we have seen something called constructor, how to create a constructor. Then we have seen something called inheritance. We have seen something, okay. Guys, am I audible now? Is it clear now? Can anyone respond to me? Am I clear with this? Okay, good, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Madhuri. Okay, now we are going to start. Okay, we are going to continue from the same place where we have left. So we have seen something called multiple inheritance. I'm sorry, not multiple inheritance. We have seen inheritance we have seen, and after that we have seen multi-level inheritance. So then I said there is no multiple inheritance. What do you mean by multiple inheritance? I'm trying to inherit from two different classes. Like for example, I am a son, I want to inherit from my father and mother. No, I can't do it. So this multiple inheritance is not there in Java, C Sharp, I think, no, I don't know about that. Okay, Kotlin, neither in your Dart. So how do we overcome that? If I have a requirement where I want to get from two different classes, so in this case, I'm going to use something called interfaces. So let me share my screen. Guys, I want you to lower the hands, guys. It will be disturbing for me. So lower hands. I request you to lower hands, guys. Okay. Now let me share my screen and let me continue with this. Before we come to this, okay, there is one important concept. There is one important concept that I want to discuss with you. Android Studio. I'll say I'll keep this up in this. I'll just cancel this off. So here I'm going to start Android Studio. Okay, okay, guys. So I'll start Android Studio. I think it will start. Take some time to start. Let it start. So here I'm going to discuss. Okay, so this is a bit still time to start. Let it start. So here, what is that I'm trying to do is I am trying to come with a concept called abstraction. So last time I explained you what is abstraction. So now we come the real-time, real usage of abstraction. Do we use abstraction in our projects? Yes, very much we use it. So what is the use of abstraction? Where do we use it? How do we use it? When do we use it? So basically, what you guys need to understand here is abstraction comes with the concept with okay something okay comes at the design time when you design the class. Now I'm going to explain you this concept, a very simple concept you need to understand very carefully. So here I'll open the notepad here, notepad. Okay, I'll open notepad here, and here I will talk about abstraction. So I'm not going to okay I'll show you abstraction. So what is abstraction? That's very important. Abstraction, it is done at the design level. I'll tell you how do we do it. Very important concept. Understand this. We use a lot. Okay, we use inheritance and abstraction a lot. Very frequently we use it. So what is this abstraction? The abstraction is nothing but, for example, I'll give you a real example so you guys will understand. For example, there is a company by name Google. Okay, everyone knows about it. Now, what happens is Google says that okay, if anyone wants to become an employee of Google, they have to compulsory follow some rules or some procedures or some protocols. Others can be optional, but there are some mandatory. You have to follow the rules. So basically, when you create the Google class, when you design the Google class, you make something mandatory. You make something compulsory. So you do the design. Why? So you have to follow the protocols. Otherwise, you can't become the employee of the Google. So, okay, that is what is abstraction. I'll show you one by one. So, what did I say first? Let me do it the same thing with the code, guys. So, what is that I'll do is, let me delete all this one here. So, whatever I have said, I want to do it manually here. Now, what is it I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to design a class. Okay, I'm trying to design a class. What class? I'll say class, okay, Google company. Okay, now I'll say, dude, you want to become an employee of Google? Okay, here, what is that I'm doing? I want to do is, I want to make something compulsory. For that, if I want, okay, I have to create an abstract class. To create an abstract class, what I have to do is, I have to use the keyword, use keyword abstract. So my class becomes an abstract class. What do you mean abstract class, guys? Okay, it doesn't exist. It is an abstract. But I'll show you one by one how does it work. So in this class, so dude, what is that I'm trying to do is I'm trying to design the class. I'm not implementing it. I'm not creating an object of that. So I'm creating an abstract class. In this abstract class, I'll say, okay, if anyone wants to become an employee of Google, they have to follow some rules. What is that rule is they have to, okay, they have to go through the security process. I'll say security. I'll say secure. I'll say you want to see this void security. Okay, and here you guys can watch it here. I'm not writing the body of the function. Here I can say this as an abstract. I'll remove this void. Okay, I'll remove this void. Why is it not working? Remove the abstract keyword. Okay, why is it not working, guys? Abstract class. So basically, I have to write the class as abstract class. Then I have to, I'll show you one by one rule here. Abstract class, I have given it. Now this abstract class will have bodies. Okay, I don't need to write abstract, guys. By default, okay, this is in Java we write abstract. Okay, keyword. Here you can say security void. So basically, what is that I'm telling the system is, see, I'm not writing the body. So this is an abstract method. If I write the body, that is called as non-abstract method. So here I'm writing an abstract method security. Second thing is here, okay, so what is that I'm trying to do is, dude, if you want to become an employee of Google company, you have to follow this security protocol. You have to follow this security procedure. One more procedure is like after COVID, I'll say where mask. This is compulsory. You guys have to do it if you guys want to become an employee of this thing. So this is what is abstract class. So I can have one more method, void have lunch. Okay, here I can have this method. This method is called as a non-abstract method. So what do you mean non-abstract method? A method which will have a body. I'll say print. What is the use? I'll come to that. Give me a minute. Okay, having lunch in office. So this is a non-abstract method. So non-abstract method will have a body. These are the abstract method which doesn't have a body. So this is my abstract class. So this is what I have designed. So if anyone wants to become an employee of Google company, they have to follow this compulsory, but this is optional. How? So second thing is, okay, abstract class. Third is abstract class. Abstract class will have abstract methods and non-abstract methods. So what is non-abstract methods? A method which have a body, a normal method, a concrete method, whatever you want to say. So now, what is that I'm doing is, can I create an object of the abstract class? Let me see. I'll say a class, okay, Google company. I'll say where GC Google company is equal to Google company. Okay, can I create an object of that? No. Can you see here? I cannot create an object because it's an abstract class. I cannot create an object of that. So which means, let me put this point here. For cannot create object of the abstract class. Then what is the use? How can I use it? Now I'll come to my example. Now I have something called software employee. So now software employee, or I'll say software employees. If this software employees want to become an employee, okay, I'll say software guys. I'll say software guys want to become an employee of this Google company. They have to follow the rules. Like for example, I'll say software guys. Now these guys want to become an employee of this. Here I can extend the class. Which class? Google company class. After extending this Google company class, see here guys, I'm getting an error here. So what is that this guy will tell you is, so whenever, okay, fifth point is, I can extend the abstract, I can extend the abstract class. Which you guys have seen already. So I have now sixth point is, whenever you extend the class, you have to implement all the abstract. So that is compulsory. You can keep your mouse over here. Okay, it will give you create two missing override methods. Just click on that. You get these two methods here. So what is this method still here? It is an abstract method, doesn't exist. So but here you have implemented the abstract method. Now understand this why. Okay. Now okay. Now I'll do the same thing here. I'll repeat again same thing here. Now I'll do it for hardware guys. So I create a class. I'll say hardware guys extends Google company. If I want any hardware guy want to become an employee of Google company, again that guy has to follow the protocols. There are two protocols what I have designed. So abstract class comes at the design time, not at the implementation time. At design time, I have said that, dude, if anyone wants to become an employee of Google, they have to follow the security procedure as well as they have to wear the mask. But the great thing about this is, okay, you have to implement this, but how do you implement? Your wish. So here I'm just giving a very simple example. In real time, we have a logic here. I'm just saying that, dude, if you're a software employee, you have to show your ID card. Okay, then okay, this is for the security purposes. What about wear mask? If you you can wear mask. You have to wear mask, but what type of mask is not given. You can implement whatever you want. Here I'll say print, and I'll say what is that? N92 mask. Where you should wear N92 mask. That is compulsory for you guys. Okay, here understand this. You have to wear mask, but which mask? Okay, you can implement whatever mask, whatever logic, whatever you want to write here. So, but you have to implement these two methods. Same thing, hardware guys also, they have to follow the security procedure. They don't have any other option. They have to follow the security procedure. But the advantage is, okay, here, what security they want to implement, they can implement any security. Here, I'll say fingerprint sensor. Okay, fingerprint. They have to give fingerprints while they have to, okay, come in the company. And also wear mask. Okay, you can wear any type of mask. You can implement whatever you want. Here, I'll say, okay, wear cloth mask. So what did you understand from here? So what you have understood is, so whenever anyone wants to become an employee of Google, they have to compulsory implement the abstract methods. And this abstraction, what is that I'm doing it? I'm designing the company. I'm designing it. So these are the things which is compulsory. What about lunch? Dude, I have no problem here. Software guys, you want to have lunch? Yes, I want to have lunch here. You can have it lunch here. Why? Okay, I'll say uh, having lunch. Okay, having lunch here. You want to have lunch here? Yes, you guys are welcome to have lunch. So what is that I'll do is, okay, having lunch, I can have, what is that print? Okay, okay, have granny in office. Okay, software guys want to have granny in office? Yes, you can have it. Hardware guys, no, I don't want to implement. It's optional. So this having lunch is optional. Whether you want to have lunch in office or you want to have lunch in hotel, your wish. It is not compulsory. That is what I am designing it. So I'm designing it so that these guys should have this thing and this guy should not have it. Guys, make sense? Am I clear with this? Guys, am I clear with this? Okay, now what is that I'll do is I'm going now I can create an object of this software guys. So what is that I'll say where software equal to so okay software guys, okay, and here I can use software dot, okay, what is that security. I can use here also I put a colon here. I'll say software dot, you want to have lunch? Have lunch. Yes, you can have lunch. What about hardware? Again, if okay, I can now I can use hardware. Okay. Where hardware, okay, is equal to hardware. See, I can now I can create an object of that. I can use that methods. I can say hardware guys, hardware. Okay, I'll say dot. Okay, what is that called? I can have mask, wear mask. So whatever you guys want to do it, we can do it here. This is what, let me, so it takes time, no problem with that. Give me a second, let me repeat this one. So it is running, it takes some time, let it run. Now, okay, let it run, it takes some time. So basically, this is what is called as abstraction. Okay. So this is what is called abstraction, guys. So whenever you extend the abstract class, you have to implement all the abstract methods, but you can override, you can customize the abstract methods. You can customize as per your requirement. These are some of the rules you have to follow when you create, okay, the abstract class. Okay, so this is about your abstraction, and what is that I'll do is I'll take, okay, 5 minutes. Okay, I'll give you time to practice this, or I'll take it after 5 minutes. Okay, what I'll do is I want you to practice this. After this, you can shoot your questions, guys. Okay, I'll give you time to shoot your questions. After that, you can shoot your questions here. Let me come back to my code here. Where is my Zoom? Okay, I want, okay, let's put it to everyone. Okay, I want you guys to have a look into this and just let me know if you guys have any issues with this. Okay, I want you to practice this, go through this code, do it, and after that, okay, you guys can shoot the questions. I'll give it like 10 minutes. I'll open session to, okay, to take your questions, guys. Please open this and let me know if you have any issues with this. Go ahead. Okay, I'll copy the code here. Save. I'll go to day 4. Save. And where is this file? Day 4. Drag and drop. Here and go to the. Okay, I've saved the file. Yeah. Start working on this. Okay, I think I'll give you 5 more minutes. After that, I'll open the session for questions, guys. Give me 5 more minutes. Then we'll start the question and answer session. Yeah, Amir, what happens is you have to create an AVD. I shown you on the first day. Okay, you have to create an AVD and you have to just keep on running in the background. Only okay. I'll tell you about AVD everything a bit later. So you have to create an AVD and then you have to run the project and run the project in the industry. Yeah, guys, you guys can start shooting the questions. Let's have like 10 minutes for question answer session, guys, before we proceed to the next topic. Okay, so not able to get any outputs in the pad. How to get output in the console in Android Studio? So yeah, so what you have to do is, let me share my screen. This is my screen. Okay. So basically, you have to work with this part. Okay, you have to first create. Okay, open your device manager. You might have a default device. Just click on this play button. It will open the device, and this device will be running in the background. You can minimize this. You can minimize this. So once it is running in the background, what you have to do is just come and click on this main. Just click on this main. Run this fast.dfi. You will see your output in this run. That's it. This is how you run the application. It takes some time to run. So let it run. It will take 3-4 minutes for me. This is how you run the project. Yeah. Next question. Yeah, guys, go ahead. Guys, anyone has any other questions? If no, we'll start. Okay, we'll continue with it, guys. So you can see our yes, sir, got the output code. Yeah, so this is what I'm getting it, guys. If we can't create the object, how the abstract is useful to us, sir? Okay, so Sheila, so what happens here is, okay, abstract class I said is only at the design time. So at the design time, what I want to design is I want to make it compulsory. Like I'll give you one more example here. Like you're creating a bank, like you're creating an Axis Bank or IDFC Bank or HDFC Bank. So you guys are creating your own bank. For example, one XYZ Bank. So when you create the bank, as per the policy, you have to come under RBI. Okay, Reserve Bank of India, you have to come under RBI. So, but RBI says that you have to follow some rules. You guys have to follow some protocols. So when you design the bank at the design time, okay, okay, RBI says that you guys have to take interest, or you guys have to have security deposit. So, but RBI doesn't tell you what is the rate of interest. Neither RBI will tell you what is the security deposit, how much amount you have to put. No, but you have to compulsory use this policy. You should have this features in your bank. That is what is the design. So if you want to if you want to create a bank, okay, RBI has designed in such a way that if anyone wants to create a bank in India, they have to be under RBI and they have to follow the protocols. So this is the place where your abstraction comes into picture. Am I clear, Sheila? Am I clear with this? Yeah, nice. What about any other questions here? Sir, with only Dart can we create complete APK? No, no, Amir. Dart is just a language. Using this language, we have to build an application on Flutter. Flutter is a technology, a hybrid of this thing, multi-platform technology. We have to use it. To build that, we have to use that language. Using Flutter, we can build APK file. Yeah. Next. What else, guys? Come on, shoot the questions. In which cases does abstract useful? I have already explained, Venkat. I have already explained. When you design, you have to use this. Why do we use where before methods? We don't use where before methods. We use void. It is not where. Is Flutter used for mobile app design only? Okay, Flutter, I have already explained, Kiran. I think you are okay. You didn't attend my first class. I said everything has a chain. Flutter is not only for mobile applications. It can be used for desktop applications. It can be used for IoT applications, other applications also, web application also. Is there be a difference if we use Flutter on VS Code? Yes, you can use Flutter on VS Code. There is no difference here, but you have to set up everything manually by yourself. That is a problem. Okay, so is the abstracted class, we don't write any body, so where do we code actual body? Body, I have already shown you the example. Okay, I'm creating an Venkat, I think you're not attended the class. I'm creating an object of the software guys class. This software is an object. For error in creating class, why did only two overrides come? Why not have lunch? So, very good, Hija. I have explained, Hija. You did, okay, you guys have to be very careful what I say. So, I don't want to repeat the answer again. So, here, what happens is, only it is compulsory that you have to implement the abstract method. That is what is the design. Okay, there are something called non-abstract methods. Those are optional methods. You want to implement, you can implement. But those the methods which are abstract methods, which doesn't have a body, is an abstract method. Those are compulsory. You have to implement. Okay, that is what I said. You have not attended the classes and objects. You didn't attend it. This is how we can create an object in this thing in that. We can use the new keyword. If you don't want also, we don't use the new keyword. That is the reason you have not attended the classes and objects. Friday class, I think so. Friday class you didn't attend it. No, I'm not aware of macros. I have not used macros. Okay, guys, we'll stop the questions now. Let us continue, guys. So let me continue with this. So we'll continue with the interfaces. Here, the interfaces is a little bit different from other languages. If you guys have been working with other, don't get confused. It's a little bit different. But what is the main purpose of interface? The main purpose of interface is to achieve multiple inheritance. So what is that I'll do is I will create a class. I'll say father class. Okay, I'll just say father, guys. So my father class, and my father has something called what is that? Give me 1 second, guys. My father has variable. Okay, I'll say one method only. Directly I take method here. Antique car, or I'll say antique something, like something car. Okay, and here I'll say okay, print. I'll just write print. I'll say my father has antique car. Antique car, something like I'm not very good in spellings. Okay, and here I'll end this one semicolon. Antique car. Okay, and next is I'll take my mother also. Class mother. Okay, and I'll say my mother has antique jewelry. Something, guys, something jewelry. So this is what we don't have in okay, print. Print. My mother has tick. Now the thing is that now I have a father class and the mother class. I'm going to create a son class. So son class son. Okay, now you understand. So basically I can extend only one class, either from the father or the mother. But my requirement is I want to extend from both the classes. So here I'm not going to use the word extend. I'm going to use the word implement. Implements. Okay, now you guys understand this. Implements. Okay, father and comma mother. So guys, what is the problem here? When I implement these two things, here I have just a body. I have a body. I have a method and a body. But here by default all will be abstract methods with body. So now when I implement some here, can you see here? It is giving you a problem here. Create over to write over methods. I have to implement jewelry as well as antique car. And you want to implement your own way, you can implement. So I'll say print. I'll say okay, son, what is the jewelry? New design jewelry. Or you want to keep same thing, you can use super class, super keyword. And here you want to override this. Okay, you want to have your okay. I'll say print. Okay, new car modifications. Something like I'm not getting good examples. So this is what is inheritance, guys. This is what is multiple inheritance. So what did you understand from the interfaces? So you guys will have a method. You can have anything in this, no problem with that. You can have this method also. You can have anything in this method. Now what is that I'm trying to do is I'm trying to inherit. The son will inherit. So when you inherit, I'm not going to use extend. I'm going to use implements keyword. Father and mother. I'm taking the properties from both father and mother. So it is compulsory. If I have one more method in my father, antique car. Okay, and here I'll say antique watch. Okay, so you guys will get an error here. See here, getting an error. So you keep your mouse over here, create one more missing error. You have to implement the antique watch. How do you implement? Your wish. Okay, print. Okay, old Rado watch. Okay. So basically, what did you understand? What are the all the methods which are present in the father and the mother? I have to implement those methods. Those methods are by default. Okay, internally it will be abstract methods. Okay, you want to have body, you want to remove this, you can remove this. There is no problem with this. Okay, you want to keep it like this? No, you have to give him a body here, but you can implement. Okay, you want to keep it empty also, you can keep it empty. You want to add something also, you can add it. So this is how we create a interface, and this interface says from father and mother, I get the properties, implements, and I implement all the methods which are present in my father and mother. Now I can create the son object where son equal to son. Now using this son object, I can call son dot get me the antique jewelry. Yes, give me the antique jewelry. Now if I run this here, it will give me the antique jewelry. Am I clear with this? So this is new design jewelry, what I have taken from my father and my mother, antique jewelry, and I'm overriding it to my own one. No, I want the old one also. Yes, you can use super keyword and you can get it back. Guys, am I clear with this? Anyone has any questions here? Now, what is that I'll do is I'll copy paste this one. Just have a look into this, guys. Fast. Try this out. Okay, I'm sharing the code here. I'll share it later in the file. Okay, I don't want to share the file here. Share the code here. Open it, guys. Do this fast interface. And then you guys can ask me if you guys have any questions on interface concept. I'll probably paste this code in the notepad. Yes, override is necessary. You are trying to override the method. Okay, I'm not adding anything. It's automatically it's coming override. Okay, then only that method is overridden. Otherwise, it will not overridden. It will be a normal method. You have to call that individually. Okay, you can't print it. You have to call that. Oh, I didn't get your question, Madhura Rao. Sir, is this class explaining about app development only? Yes, we are going to app development only. This is the basics of app development. Yeah, yeah. Rao. Zoom user, how to I'm using now this query. What is the app you're using now? I didn't get you, Zoom user. Okay. After using implement keyword, those classes automatically abstracted. No need to use abstract keyword. Yes, that's correct. No need to use the abstract keyword. Good, Hemant. That's correct. This is the fourth day, fourth session. Rao. No, Hemant, no, Hemant. No, can't make this. Okay. So here I will tell you. Okay. I have this question. No, no. Okay. Okay. I can't make any comment on that now. Okay. Okay. Mandakani, sir, can you please give me some examples of application where we use inheritance? Inheritance is very common thing. We use in n number of places. Okay. Anywhere we want to use the reusability of the code, we try to inherit. So that is something you need to understand, Mandakani. We use it in n number of places. I can give you hundreds of examples, but not now. Once I do the coding, okay, when I want to get some data from the other class, so what is the best way is to inherit. So whatever you teach throughout the course, that anything up to just create a computer. Yeah. Yes, you can do it, Amir. Yeah, you can create a simple application. Okay, that simple application you want to execute on the phone, that is nothing but an APK. Yes. You guys are done? Everyone is done? So everyone is done? Okay, guys, we are done. Let's continue, guys. So we have seen the interfaces, and did I copy the interface? Yes, I have copied the interfaces also. Now we'll see one important thing, guys. Very important thing. We'll see it. Asynchronous programming. I can't ask you the questions here. So what is asynchronous programming, guys? So basically, we have two major type of programming: synchronous and asynchronous. 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 What is synchronous programming? Okay, synchronous programming is nothing but, so when you, okay, for example, when you write the code, this will get executed. After this execution, it will go for this execution. After this executed, this will get executed. Now I understand this concept of asynchronous first. So after this executes, then only this will get executed. So this is synchronous. Okay, so this will execute, then this will execute. Only when this is execute, after that this will execute. This is what is the programming what we have been doing it. But lately, what happened was, now the problem is, like for example, just understand, just visualize. Like you are okay, this piece of code is getting executed. This piece of code is trying to get connected to the server, and you are trying to get the data from the server. And for example, to get the data from the server, it is taking 5 seconds or 10 seconds. So basically, what happens is your code will get stuck here for 5 seconds, and next code will not get executed. This is the problem with your synchronous programming. So what we have done is we have come with asynchronous programming. It is there from almost like 30 years when the programming started. We achieve asynchronous programming using threads. If something happens like this, I want to continue. What is that I'll do is I'll continue on other thread. So this is about synchronous programming and asynchronous programming. So asynchronous programming, till this way, why should I waste my resources? I will continue with the project. Let me continue with the other lines of code. This is what is asynchronous programming. And this is very important in any language, right? Especially with your mobile applications. Why? With your mobile application, your entire application runs on only one thread. So you guys have to run on multiple threads. So I'm not going to go with threads concept. If you guys want to go through that, you have a lot of links online. You can go to the threads. So thread I can achieve you for multitasking. So I can create multiple threads. So that is what is called multi-threading. I can create multiple threads. On this thread, I'll execute this task. On this thread, I'll execute other task, so that my program doesn't hang. I'll continue with that. And this is what is called as asynchronous programming, guys. So this is what I'm trying to achieve now. So what is that I'll do is, okay, so yeah, guys, you should be knowing threads, all those things. Right now, we don't have that much of time. So I'll just try to give you a brief this thing about this thing. I'll show you some small examples on this, and then we'll continue with this part, guys. So now with respect to threads, okay, here, what is that you guys have to visualize? Okay, let me delete all this here. So here, for example, you just think that you are trying to get the data from a database or from a server. So which will take some time. I'll say get data. Okay, here. So get data is nothing but you're trying to get, just visualize that you guys are trying to get the data, and getting this data will take 5 seconds. So what is that I'll do is I'll say return. So after 5 seconds, I'm going to get some data, right? That data here is called as a future object. So I'm going to use future here. And in this, I'm telling that I'm going to receive some string. So that is what I'm defining here. So it's saying that, so you're getting an error here, which says that this method is going to return some data after some amount of time, like 5 seconds, 10 seconds, I don't know how much time. So I'm just trying to mimic a call. So when you're trying to get connected to the server and when you're trying to get the data, for example, I'm going to get the data, I'm trying to mimic, I'm trying to see that. Right now, okay, I'll show you this live example once we come to Flutter. So here I'm just showing you a simple example where I try to mimic the data. So here I'll say future, what is this future dot delay? Dot delay. I'm trying to mimic, like I want to delay this call for 5 seconds, which means I'm trying to get the data from a database or from something, which I'm just trying to show you here. So here I'm going to use duration, and here I'll say duration, I'll give it in seconds. Okay, I'll give 5. So for example, you guys are going to receive the data for 5 seconds, and here this will take a method. It takes one parameter, and this will take one method here. I can write a method like this also. Okay, just empty, and I can write it here. Let me end this with a semicolon. So this is a method which takes some parameters. I can give it like this. I can leave it like that. I'm going to use a lot like this. So what is this? This is the body of the function. So what is the body of the function here? I'll say return. I'll say data, some data from the server. Some data from the server. Some data I receive from the server. Yeah, this is what I'm doing. So what is this method? And just think that you are trying to get some data from the database or from the server or from the cloud. So that data, whatever you get the data is a future data. It will get after some time. And what type of data it is? It can be an integer, string, boolean, JSON, whatever it is. So I'm taking a string here because I'm just trying to return a simple data here. That's it. That is what you have to visualize. Now, what is that you guys have to do is, now what is that I'll do is, I will try to get this data here. So how do I get the data here? I'll say get data. I'll say var. I'll say result equal to. I'll say get data. Okay. Before this, I'll just print a statement here. Print. Okay. I'll say main function started. Can you see here? I'll show you one by one. Okay. Then at the end I'll say print main function ended. So basically this function runs on main thread only. Main function ended. Okay. Now what is that in between this? What is that I'll do is, okay. Now I'll come to the main function. Main function started. Now this get data is getting called here. I'll say var okay result equal to get data. Okay, get data. So what does this guy do? This guy will get me the data after 5 seconds. So now after 5 seconds, what is that I'll do is, I'll say, okay, print. Guys, there are a lot of things you guys have to, okay. If you guys don't know threads, it will be very difficult for you to understand this. I'll say print, okay, receive, I'll say, open the bracket, and here I'll say res, I think the $res, right? $res. Okay, and here I'm going to use the same. So basically, what is that I'm trying to do is, guys, understand this. Okay, so when I run my function, my main thread gets started and my main function will get started. Now I'm trying to get the data. This get data, what it will do is, it will wait for 5 seconds, and after that, after 5 seconds, it will return the data, which is nothing but I'm trying to mimic the call, getting the data from the server. So once I get the data, I'll get the data after 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, I'll take the data and I'll print this data. Now, if I run this here, you can see here what is going on. See here, can you see here? Main function started, received an instance. Dude, I'm not getting the data here. I'm getting an instance, and everything is running within a second. Can you see it again here? Everything is running within a second. So here, what is that I'll do is, see, everything is running. It's not waiting for the data. It is getting synchronously. It is getting executed. It is not waiting for the data. It's saying that some object. I'm getting some object here. This object I'm getting it here and executing it. But I want him to wait. Please wait, dude. So in this case, what is that I'll do is, dude, Can I say you do? Please wait asynchronous and do I want to do it asynchronously. So here I say async. Why is it not working? No, sorry. I have to use here. I'm sorry for that. I have to tell him that dude, this is an asynchronous method, and dude, can you please wait for the data to get back? So please wait, dude, please wait. Okay. So I'll tell the system, dude, wait for the data to get received from the data, which I'm getting after 5 seconds. Okay, if I'm going to use this, I'm going to use this asynchronous operation here. So now what will happen is, you see here, your main function starts, your main function ends, because whatever is happening on the main thread, it gets over, but you wait for the data. Can you see here? Main function started. Okay, now you are running this, wait for 5 seconds. After that, you will receive the data. Let me run it again and check this out. Okay, your main function started. It waits for 5 seconds to receive the data. Once you receive the data, then okay, your main function ends here. But there is one problem here, guys. Let me run it again and show it to you what is the problem here. So, dude, again it is working synchronously only. So, yeah, it is waiting for 5 minutes. It's perfectly fine. But can you see here the problem? And it started, it will wait for 5 seconds, and then the other part of the code will get executed. So it is waiting for the code, it's perfectly fine, but it is still working synchronously. So let me copy paste this one for you first. Okay, let me copy paste this one. So now what is that I need, guys? I don't want this to work synchronously. Okay, sorry, synchronously. I want to work it asynchronously, right? So in this case, what is that I'll do is, now you guys can see here. So guys, watch it here. Now, okay, I'm going to use something called, okay, not asynchronous then here. I'll remove this asynchronous then, okay, and here I will say, okay, here I'll remove this one here, and here I'll say, okay, what is that? Get data dot, then when you get the data, you get the value, and what is the value is nothing but you can take this and you can print it here. You can print it here. It's not result, it becomes value. What is this? You want to write a function, you can write it here. Sorry, this is how I use it here. Okay, this is how I use it here. You know that this is fat arrow. If it is one line of code, I can use fat arrow and I can write it. If not, you can write a bracket and do it. No problem. Your wish. Whatever you guys want to do it. No problem. So now you watch it here. What is happening here? Now when I run the code here, it will go and start the main function. But what it will do is it will execute whatever is there. It will, okay, it will get the data only after 5 seconds. Now my main thread is over, synchronous programming is over. Now you see here I am receiving data after 5 seconds. Okay, let me show it to you again here. Let me run this again here. So whatever is there, it will execute this, it will execute this, it will go to the other lines, everything will get executed. But this data will get executed only after 5 seconds. Can you see here? 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it will get executed. Yes. This is what is asynchronous programming, which we are going to use it very frequently. Not very frequently, whenever we are going to deal with the database or from the network call. So I want you to have a look into this. I know this is not easy. This is a little bit tough concept. So I want you to have a look, practice this. Once you get a hold, then let me know. Run this. Okay, make 10 seconds, whatever you want to do it, no problem. See what is happening and what is going on. So this is very important part, not only with Flutter. You go with any application building, you should know this, guys. Attendance link has been given, you can use that. Okay, I'm sorry for that. I think I've sent it to everyone in the meeting here. Okay, this is about your asynchronous programming, synchronous and programming, very important. Okay, I have just given an example here. I want you to do your homework on this. You do your homework on this, understand what is synchronous, what is asynchronous, how does it work. Okay, lot of things. Then you guys can ask me questions. So I'm not going to take any questions on synchronous, asynchronous. You do your research, do your homework. I'll give you time, practice this, and after that you can ask me questions on this. Go ahead, guys. Go ahead and start working on this. Don't shoot any questions right now. First, practice this. Do your homework. Do your research on this asynchronous, synchronous. Then you can ask me questions on that. Manisha, I want you to work on this part. Okay, okay, I have shared the code with you. Practice that and let me know if you guys have any issues with that with asynchronous programming. Fine. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll provide notes. Which value? Okay. See, value is okay. It's a built-in variable element. Okay, which is by default, which comes as a future object. Okay, future object, whatever you return, that comes in a value. Let it be a string or JSON or a integer, anything. It can be anything. Uh, I don't have PDFs. Sheila, okay, I have sent. I'll send you this document. Yeah, guys, I want you to shoot questions now. Please send the document for today's session, sir. Okay, I answered it. Abhinay, let me save this one. Let me come here. Stop. Day 4. Is it working? Okay. Let me see if I can select from here. Okay, I'm just trying to send that here. Where is it not coming? There's no one. Let us finish the chat. In that case, maybe I share this chat. I don't know, some issues are there with us today. Okay, let me come back to Zoom. Chat here. No, guys, I think there is some issues here. Okay, no worries. I'll give all these documents. I'll just try. Okay, upload it on the LMS. Okay, don't worry about this. I've shared the code on the chat. You guys can have a look into that. Okay. So tomorrow, from tomorrow, we'll start with Flutter, guys. I'll show you once more. Okay, installations. You guys might have downloaded I'm Studio, and you guys have already working on that. So I'll tell you what is AVD, how do we create AVD, all those things will start tomorrow, guys. Okay, you have to do that. And what is the use of async keyword? Asynchronous keyword, I'm telling the system that this is a asynchronous method. Okay, so whatever code I have in this will be okay. If I have a asynchronous code, it should get executed after that amount of time. That is the reason I use async keyword. Okay, so what is happening is asynchronous keyword. It is waiting for the result. Await. I have used await function, so it will wait for the result. After that, it will execute. Other execution will take place. But in this thing reality, what happens is I want, for example, I'm getting the data from the server. It may take 5 seconds or 10 seconds. Till that time, I don't want to wait for other resources to get stuck. Okay, I want to continue with my program. In that case, I use them and I'll do it. No, Ahmad, I want you to check what is asynchronous. Go and check that meaning, then you can ask me the question then. Okay, I need to check that there one. Without that, I can't tell you that. Should the error after displaying the output? No. Okay, I think okay. You guys have done right. I hope everyone has done this asynchronous programming because we use that for getting the data from the server. Guys, anyone has any questions here? Did you guys finish this one? What about you guys? Did you practice this? So from tomorrow onwards, we are going to start with your Flutter. So we'll see the Flutter this thing. I want you to practice that. I'll be doing it some of the code, and I want you to practice that so that you will understand what is going on. Okay, yeah, guys. If you don't have any questions, anyone has anything to say, anything to ask, guys? Anyone has any questions here? What is asynchronous programming? Okay, you guys have to fill the form. Okay, that is what. Okay, that is how the attendance will be taken. So I want you to just fill this form, guys. I hope everyone has filled this form. Okay, if you don't have any questions, yeah, we'll end the session, guys. Anything you want to, Chandrayan, you want to ask anything you want to share, please share with this, guys. Stop sharing the screen now.
Yes, answer. Thank you. Guys, hope you enjoyed the session. Please, if you have any queries, please let me know in the chat box. I will try to address it. And I'm sharing the attendance link again in the chat box. Please make sure your attendance. Yes, if you have any queries on LMS regarding LMS, drop an email to edl@excelr.com. My team will answer your questions. Kirti, is it compulsory to fill that form? Yes, for certificate you have to fill this form because 60% attendance is compulsory. I think there is no more questions in YouTube as well. So we'll wind up the session for today. Thanks for joining. We'll meet you on the same time.